Hi, fans of the framework. I am joined by two lovely ladies today. Rita Jury, our very own Rita Jury, who is a transformational expert. She keeps saying coach or specialist, but she's an expert. And some of you may have had the pleasure of seeing her in the Fans of the Framework lives before. But also, we have joining us Emily Hansen. She is a quality improvement coordinator at Burnett Medical Center, located in Grantsburg, Wisconsin, which I reminded her has the best creamery in Wisconsin, in my opinion. Feel free to argue with me. And Emily is educated as an RHIA, a registered health information administrator. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Oh, thank heavens. And currently getting her master's degree in health informatics. And the Just Start with Janes are all about finding those people all across the country who truly take our solutions and case them, copy and steal everything. But today is all about copy and share everything because Emily has, in her organization, she and her team have truly elevated this. So welcome, Emily.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So tell me the name of the patient experience team there in Burnett.
It's the patient resident experience team, so we call it the PRET team.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Because you have
yeah.
an attached nursing home.
Yes, we do. A 50 bed. Yep.
All right. Genius. That is just genius. So one of the things, I was on a call with you recently, and I said to Rita, I'm like, we got to get this chick on live, man. She is amazing because it was just spewing out of you all the great things that had happened as a result of your team putting the positive communication standards, which is our service excellence program, in place at Burnett. And I was like, oh, dude, we got to talk to her. So, like, tell me, how have the positive communication standards made an impact on the patient experience? Like, what would you say was your first big takeaway?
Our first big one was the hallway hospitality. Just saying hi to everyone in the hall. We had it was just a small gesture for everyone to do towards our patients and staff and everyone there. And for our team, for our PRET team, it was really easy to just implement and go with. And it was fast and quick, which is a win for everyone. And then so that included just saying hi, and that has kind of just bubbled to more things and more things throughout the facility for those positive communication standards.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we always recommend you want an easy win first.
Yes.
You want to be able to see that the
Yeah.
team knows what they're doing.
Yep.
And I love, some of our partners have called hallway hospitality a different name. We called it that because the
Yeah.
word hospitality means the warm and generous reception of strangers as if they were your family and friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what our communities want from us, right?
And I
Yeah.
like that you start with hallway hospitality, and just because it impacts every single person who enters your buildings. So colleagues to each other, you to physicians, patients, et cetera, et cetera. It impacts everybody. And when it's rolled out and implemented and owned well, people start to notice.
Yeah.
And so I think you said, Emily, that you've had some patients who have said that they noticed, and employees who've said they noticed. Can you tell us a little more about that?
In our current inpatient for our floor for HCAPs we'd use Prescani as a vendor. We've had surveys that said that they have experienced that smallest gesture just to include with their teach backs and things like that with our nursing, that our nursing has done great. Our providers come in with a happy smile on their face. That transition was good for our organization to have that tactic in the beginning, we didn't have everyone saying hi. So it's been good for our organization. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
such a
yeah,
trust builder between the patients and your employees, but a trust builder between colleagues too.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, and during these times of, the great resignation with staffing shortages everywhere, we do see it as a recruiting tactic. That, in my hometown hospital, when Sue and I put that in place here, I mean, I would interview people as the CNO, and it took my office was located in like a turret. I mean, it was like way far away from the parking lot and the front door. And by the time people got there, they were like, can I have this job, please? Like they didn't care what I paid them or anything. They're like, everyone's so friendly here. It's insane. I want to work here. And we have no idea who those people are and what their stories are, right?
Mhm.
And I bet when you first rolled out hallway hospitality, that everyone was like, we always do this anyway. We always say hi. What are you talking about?
That's correct. We actually you can't see it on my pin right now, but to roll it out, we got everyone that our team handed out little pins if we
Oh,
saw
cool.
you saying hi in the hallway. So that's
Oh, they're
how
giving me.
we trained. We actually have a little, you can't see it, it's a little pin that goes on our name badges. So those, if you see those individuals, those are our people that really pushed to say hi. And then others
Oh,
grabbed, and then you saw them and they grabbed on. People asked why they had a pin on there. So that was how we kind of trained that out.
Good
That
oh,
idea.
hi.
that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. So what about safety? I mean, we want to provide a safe and satisfying experience for our patients and our staff, but how have the positive communication standards impacted safety?
Two of the big ones for our win was our service recovery program that we put into place, which at that point in time prior to implementing that, it was just my department manhandling all of our grievances or concerns that we had. And we reduced that by implementing the service recovery program here throughout the facility, and so that the staff feel empowered that they can, grab those concerns right away and fix them if possible. And so we reduced that by 2/3. So I'm getting less calls, which is fantastic.
Because you were the
But
complaint department, right?
yes, so but
Wow.
otherwise it empowered all of our staff to
Yeah.
feel that they don't have to run to the manager when there's a concern, that they can do that themselves. So that was one of our big wins. And then our second was our teach back and handoffs for our patients. That we use that tool just for an example would be provider to nurse in the middle of the night, making sure that they're understanding and making a clear communication between the two staff to eliminate safe harm and reduced our adverse events, and then shorten our length of stay, and it was reducing our if we needed to transfer a patient out, because we are a critical access hospital and we need to get them to a better care if they need to go. So that all improved that stuff.
That reminds me you being the complaint department, and now employees are handling 2/3 of those for you, which means automatically that people probably aren't posting on social media and places like that because it's getting taken care of right away. But it also reminds me the very first time I ever heard Quinn Studer talk, and he talked about being a new CEO and literally changing his office to hide from people who complained. And that's why he was so motivated to put service recovery in place, and why we have made it one of our positive communication standards, because it's that important. But it's also a huge safety initiative. I mean, concerns are usually a safety initiative or a communication initiative. Did you have anything to add about that, Rita?
Well, I think the nice thing about you rolling that out, Emily, is that now you've told your staff that you trust them, right? You've told your staff, we trust you so much to say the right things and do the right things and honor our service recovery structure. And your results, and you said you're a data gal, so your results show that those complaints have decreased by 2/3, which is, that's just lovely. But what we're not measuring, and you maybe will someday at your next employee engagement survey perhaps, is that your staff feel empowered and trusted to take on something like that, which I think is really powerful for an organization.
Absolutely. So, have the positive communication standards impacted employees in other ways? Maybe how they treat each other, how leaders treat each other. Have you noticed a difference?
Ever since implementing some of them, just our communications with our department heads or our leaders has increased a lot. We sat in department managers meetings and didn't have a lot to talk about with each other, kind of kept in our silos. And so over time that communication has changed a lot, where we're actually correlating with each other, coming up with ideas and projects that we can work on together, bringing up ideas together that wasn't happening prior. with using these positive communication standards.
Sure. Nobody operates
Yeah.
in a vacuum, right? I mean, you have to.
But I think that they're called positive communication standards for a reason, because
Mhm.
communication is the key to tearing down those silos and really getting people to trust and work together differently and collaborate. And each of the communication standards certainly impact our patients. They certainly impact our service. They impact our safety. And isn't a wonderful byproduct of all of that is that we all work together differently with one common goal, which is a safer, better place to work.
Absolutely. And it's way more fun to collaborate people than it is to just pretend like they're dead.
Yeah.
Right.
way more fun at work,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, any last words, ladies, before I ask the fans of the framework for a call to action? Anybody have any last words of wisdom? Thank you.
I just
Emily.
really appreciate, Emily, that you're leading this effort and seeing some important changes, and your positive energy sure is making a difference at your organization with your patients.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. And here at BMC, we have a really great PRET team that really pushes it. So they've really enjoyed all the send, and the platform that the do-it-yourself stuff has helped us a lot in this process. So
yes.
yeah.
No kidding. All right. I'm glad you're using it. So fans, the call to action today is you want to hear more about how the positive communication standards for service excellence in a safe and satisfying patient environment and work environment can help you. Join us for a free webinar. Sue and I are doing this together January 19th. And I'll plop an invitation into this Facebook post. So thanks again, Em. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Doing great work. Tell your team.
I will. Thank you.
Show this video at their next meeting.
Okay. I will.
All right. Bye now.